Hello, my name is Lorelai Adams. This is my University 101 final project, Story of a Lifelong Learner. Where am I from? That's a great question. I grew up in Marysville, Washington, which is very much a city area, but it's not like a huge city such as Seattle. And I went to Pinewood Elementary School till I was halfway through third grade, and then my family decided to move to Camano Island, which is about an hour away from Marysville. Before going to Camano, I had not known any prior knowledge of it, and it kind of scared me that we were going to be living on an island, but once I got there, I really enjoyed it. A lot of the people you'll see are generally older, retired people, or younger families with little kids, because there's a lot of parks and like scenery for that. In the bottom left, there is a picture of my house. Living in Marysville and Camano has shaped my life in the fact that I got to find two different areas of different types of people and where people are from. Camano and Stanwood are areas where a lot of people grow up there and their parents will grow up there and their parents, whereas Marysville is kind of the opposite. It's kind of sketchy in a way. So once I moved from Marysville to Camano, I went to El Bay Elementary School for 3rd through 5th grade, and then I went to Stanwood Middle School and then Stanwood High School. And down at the bottom is a little map, because Stanwood is what we call town and Camano is an island. So it's about a 20-minute drive from my house into town, so Stanwood. And so I only went to elementary school, and that's all the schools they have out on Camano, and then middle schools and high schools are all in town. One of the most impactful learning moments that I've had prior to coming to U of A was obviously my freshman year of high school, which was 2019 to 2020. I really was terrified of high school because I did not know what to expect. I'm the oldest of 3, so I didn't have any knowledge from anyone else older than me that I grew up with. And so that was very scary for me to kind of get a hang of things. And freshman year was a lot easier than sophomore year, so I thought it was going to be, super easy, not that hard. And then it started getting harder and harder. And then another moment was obviously beginning of senior year. Never thought I was going to make it to there. It's crazy for me to think about. And I have always looked up to the people that graduated and had all the different awards and banners and ropes and stuff that they wore at graduation, and that's what I really strived and wanted to get. And once I got to that point on graduation, that was a big aha moment for me. And then it really started to hit that senior year was over and how fast time really flew by, and reflect on everything I'd accomplished when it was the last day of class. And it was really special that my mom got to give me my diploma at graduation. How does my history relate to my present? I am someone that always focuses more on hard work rather than just getting lucky for grades, assignments, all that kind of stuff. I think the amount of effort and work you put into assignments in your life is how much you're gonna get out, and you can't have success without working hard and seeing the goals you want and being okay, I need to do whatever I can to get to that point. Now we're jumping to the present. So where I am now, a lot of times people go to college for a few reasons: parties, studying in their academics, or the social and sports aspect. And I really found that in order to have all different pieces of that, you really have to manage your time well. And college also isn't as scary as it always seems to be from everyone else's points. My major is physiology and medical science, and I want to be a radiologist coming from that. That has shaped my academic pursuits is the fact that my parents only went to a little bit of community college. My mom actually did go to nursing school and graduated from that, but never furthered her education in that because she had 2 kids already and would rather be home than working. Money isn't also a huge thing that we can just throw around with, and cousins are college dropouts. So I really wanted to show even to my younger siblings that the amount of work you put in can lead you to scholarships, and then you are able to go to college. You don't have to be from a rich family or have everyone in your family go to college to be able to succeed in college. Some strengths that I have learned and have emerged from being at U of A is that I am very good at keeping assignments labeled and writing it in my planner or on a calendar and all this stuff, and giving myself enough time to know how long it's going to take me to do it. Some improvements that I could use is a little bit more of motivation and good study habits, since I never used to need to study, and that is now something that I need to do for math and more exams, because I don't feel strong enough to just rely on whatever knowledge and wing the exams. The disciplinary perspective that I think shaped me the most would be humanist. I am someone that thinks about things very logically and scientifically, and that there needs to be evidence for certain sayings or people's accusations and stuff like that. But with that said, one thing I think I could work on is artist and really noticing lines and symmetry and colors and looking at the world and things in more artistic way and creative than just by off a book. Some elective academic work, research, or non-academic experiences I think will help enhance my major is obviously health and medical related classes, as well as science. I think a lot of different sciences such as biology and chemistry will be really helpful, and maybe even some tech classes, since radiologists do work with technology, the machines that are able to take them. And then leading into the future, where do I see myself going? In 5 years, I want to be graduated with my bachelor's from the U of A and heading to grad school to get my master's. I would prefer and like to be engaged, or at least have a boyfriend and be heading in that direction, since I would like to have a family younger rather than later. Milestones I have to lead me to the next few years is getting all my gen eds finished and being more of my major-based classes, so Physio 101 and all of those types of classes, and then getting an emphasis and deciding what I want my emphasis in my major to be, since there are 4 I can choose from. My current thoughts regarding possible career is obviously radiologist. I had previously went back and forth between deciding if I wanted to be a radiologist tech or an actual radiologist, and I feel that a radiologist technician would be limiting myself in the amount of knowledge and learning I can do. How I think I'm going to get there is obviously graduating with a master's and bachelor's, and then I am hoping to either work in a hospital or a specific